Let's give the Lord some praise today. Amen, amen. There's healing for your soul. Scripture read a moment ago from the book of 2 Kings chapter 5. I would ask that you would read the entire 5th chapter. For the preaching focus, I want to begin at verse number 13. His servants came near and spoke to him and said, Master, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, you would have done it. How much more when he says to you, wash and be clean? So he went down and dipped 7 times in the Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God. And his flesh was restored like the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. I want to talk a few minutes about God's prescription for a miracle. God's prescription for a miracle. Has anyone ever witnessed a miracle? Something so spectacular, something so amazing that when you examine what happened, you swiftly concluded it had come only from the hand of God. A miracle. Not a hookup, not your homeboy coming through, not your homegirl working it out in a favor on your behalf. A miracle. When God makes a move on life's chessboard and changes the outcome of the entire game, a miracle. When God decides to work on our behalf without our permission and does something so amazing and profound, it blows our natural mind. A miracle. When God shows up in such a way that we know it was nothing within our power or our control that brought the outcome, that it only came from the very hand of anybody ever witnessed a miracle? When God changes the course of human events, when God goes ahead of us into the very situation we were hating to have to face in the morning, he goes ahead of us the day before and works it out. And when we show up, it's already worked out. And we didn't have to show out like we thought we would. We didn't have to curse anybody out like we wanted to. We didn't have to get anybody. A miracle. When God touches where the doctor can't reach and moves where medicine has no power. A miracle. God working on our behalf. God working in our family, God working in spite of ourselves, working in spite of our recent sins. You ever seen God touch somebody you had to deal with and you knew the nature of the person and you hated to have to even talk to him because you knew your nature too, and you knew it would come very close to a good fight, but God changed your heart and God changed their heart? A miracle. God moving beyond our understanding, beyond our control, beyond our human sight. God working in the shadows of the evening. God working in the darkness of the night. God working through whatever storm we're living through right now. God moving in the midst of our main pain and our main heartache. God working so that we don't have to cry all night long. A miracle. God opening doors that no man can shut, and then shutting doors no man can open. Well, let me shift the question. Is there anybody that needs a miracle right now? No, I don't have a line for you to line up and get up in. I don't have any special holy water to send you. I don't have any blessed prayer cloth to pass out, but I tell you what I do have. I have a God I said, I have a God that specializes in doing things which seem impossible. Have you any rivers that seem uncrossable? Have you any mountains that you cannot tunnel through? God specializes in things we thought impossible, and he will do what no other power but holy power can do. A miracle. The position that we hold in life, the title that we hold in life, the resume that we hold in life, the reputation that we hold in life, does not guarantee a life free from worry, a life free from human suffering. Position doesn't mean you won't have problems. Position doesn't mean you're not going to have struggles. Position doesn't mean you're not going to have trials. I say that because some of us will kill to get a position, to get a certain title, to get a certain promotion, as if the promotion can cure all of our problems. Here, Naaman in the Old Testament, standing in the need of a miracle. The problem with Naaman's situation was Naaman, in many opinion of people, was not a candidate for a miracle. Listen at the opening lines. Naaman was not a believer in God. Naaman was the captain of the enemy's army. He led the fight against the children of Israel. He didn't spend any time pretending to know God. In reality, he was against the people of God, the children of God. He was the captain of the Syrian army. So when you think about it, why would God even offer a miracle to the enemy of his own people? We don't know. But here's what we do know. We don't get to pick who God loves. We don't get to choose who God is going to bless. We don't get to decide who God is going to save. It's not up to us who God is going to redeem. It's not under our control who God is going to deliver. We don't get to decide whom God loves. Naaman, the captain of the enemy's army, he was in charge of the lives of these military men. He was loyal to his king. He was known as a fearful ruler of the military. He was a military strategist. They did what Naaman said. If Naaman said run, they started running. If he said jump, they started jumping. Whatever instructions they gained, he was an expert military strategist. He had a long record of victories in battle, but he was sick and couldn't get well. Scripture tells us he was a leper. Leprosy in the Bible is perhaps the most dreaded disease of all of human existence. Leprosy was a disease that was seen on the outside with open wounds and sores that would not heal, but it was felt by the person on the inside with continuous pain and agony. Leprosy was a disease that would eat away at flesh, eat away at bones. Anybody ever seen a tree and the limb looked good from the outside, but if you ever touched it, it crumbled because it had dry rotted from the inside? That's what leprosy does in the body. It dry rots limbs, fingers, hands, toes. It leaves the person in intense agony. There was no known cure for leprosy. Right. If you were walking down the road and you came across people, the leper had to cry out, "I am a leper." Right. Cross to the other side of the road because leprosy was so contagious. Leprosy was his condition. It was not who he was, but it was what he had.